She tried to derail my wedding over the color of our tent. She buried propane tanks, filed fake legal complaints, and even sent a drone to spy on our rehearsal dinner. Too bad I'm a Supreme Court clerk. I turned her entire HOA reign into a cautionary tale. If you've ever served VY vet an HOA nightmare or just enjoy watching petty tyrants implode, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Are you leave VYing HOA free and low VYing it? Or still dodging the clipboard brigade in your neighborhood? It all started with a pale yellow sticky note taped to my mailbox, casual yet dripping with passive-aggressive venom. Scrawled in bold Sharpie, "You are in violation of HOA Regulation 7.6, unauthorized outdoor decoration. Remove immediately." Except there was nothing to remove. No flags, no gnomes, not even the hanging succulent my fiancée, Mia, and I had joked about looking like a Pinterest cliché. Just bare siding and a plain porch swing. I thought it was a mix-up, maybe meant for our neighbor Mr. Jensen, who kept a year-round Christmas-lit eagle statue. But when I dropped a note in the HOA box to clear it up, it came back the next day with another sticky. "Non-compliance will result in fines. See you at the hearing." That's when I met Linda at the HOA chair. Platinum blonde bob so sharp it could cut glass, pink lipstick like war paint, and sunglasses that screamed discount Terminator. She wore a lime green power suit and carried a binder with tabs labeled violations, fines, and enforcement. She sized me up and smirked. "We keep this neighborhood classy, sweetie. Your house is trying too hard." "I don't have anything up," I said, baffled. "Are you sure this isn't a mistake?" "We don't make mistakes," she replied, flipping to a photo in her binder, an old shot of my house from months ago when Mia hung a just-engaged balloon for 2 hours after I proposed. "EVY Denke," she said. "Clear violation. Regulation 7.6 prohibits temporary signage for personal events." "That was 4 months ago," I said, stunned. "It was gone the same day." She grinned like a predator. "Doesn't matter. It happened. You'll pay the fine and acknowledge the infraction. $200 for a balloon up for 2 hours 4 months prior." I laughed. "Big mistake." Linda leaned in. "We take weddings seriously here. They're disruptive." "Wait, how do you even know I'm getting married?" I asked. "We know everything," she said smoothly. "Neighborhood Watch Network. It's for security." "Security?" I echoed. "Of course," she chirped, patting her binder. "And you're not on the approved celebration list." I didn't even know that existed. Apparently, any event with over 10 guests, catered food, or heaven forbid a tent needed HOA pre-approval. "This is ridiculous," I said, staying calm. "I'm a Supreme Court clerk. I draft constitutional memos. I can handle a balloon." "Then read the bylaws," she snapped. "Maybe you'll learn something about real law." The nerve. I almost pointed out her bylaws broke at least 3 state housing codes, but I smiled, nodded, and said, "Sure, I'll check them out." That's when I realized this wasn't about a balloon. Linda had declared war. She just didn't know I'd fight back. 2 days later, a sealed envelope arrived, no postage, no sender. Inside, event guest impact notice pending re-VYEW, in bright red. It claimed our wedding guest list exceeded acceptable neighborhood capacity per HOA Regulation 4.2.1. Linda had somehow gotten our guest list and rated each name: rowdy potential, April 5th, possibly loud children, March 5th, and for my Uncle Tim, bless him, with his portable speaker, May 5th. Mia was Lee VYD. How does she know anything about Tim? No clue. We'd only emailed the RSVP list to close family and friends. Either someone leaked it or Linda had gone full spy mode. That afternoon, Mia's sister got a call from a blocked numera, concerned HOA leader, asking if she'd bring alcohol to the wedding and warning about noise rules. Something to think about before packing your wine coolers, it ended. 3 more guests texted us about similar, neighborly outreach, from a MS. L. Reynolds. Subtle. Then our florist got a call about environmental disturbances, and our officiant, a gentle rabbi, received a pamphlet. Why backyard ceremonies disturb local bird life. Linda had turned our RSVP list into a hit list, playing chess while we scrambled with wedding Jenga. I crashed the next HOA meeting, Union VY Ted, with a clipboard and a smile. Linda sat center stage, flanked by her minions. Ted, who saw fire hazards everywhere, and Martha, who thought noise after 3 p.m. was a felony. "Oh look," Linda said, feigning surprise, "the groom." Thought I'd drop in, I said, since my personal life's now public business. She flipped through her binder dramatically. We were just about to discuss disruptions from unauthorized large-scale events. Funny, I said, pulling out the state CIVYL code, because this says an HOA can't interfere with private, non-commercial gatherings unless there's a public safety risk. Linda blinked once. We're not interfering, dear. We're expressing concerns. All right. So's my wedding, I shot back, with Uncle Tim and his speakers if I want. Ted muttered about noise ordinances. Martha cited bird nesting charts. I handed them my legal rebuttal, complete with case law. As a Supreme Court clerk, I'm ready to take this to CIVYL court. You all okay with discovery? Silence. Ted sneezed. Linda snapped, use a tissue, Ted, then regained composure. If you insist on this path, don't say I didn't warn you. I left knowing she'd escalate. 2 days later, Mia got a call from our venue. A woman claiming to be from zoning said your wedding's an unlicensed business event, the manager said. The venue wasn't even in the HOA's jurisdiction. Linda was overreaching. That night, we set up cameras, secured our emails, and locked down the wedding playlist. She's obsessed, Mia muttered as we lay in bed. This isn't just power tripping, it's personal. I nodded. She was right. The tent trouble started when our confirmation email vanished. We'd booked a 40 by 60-foot white canopy chandeliers, silk drapes, the works. Mia's mom wouldn't stop our AVYing, it'll be a royal garden. But 3 days before the wedding, the tent company ghosted us. I called the owner. Mr. Carter, someone claiming to be your assistant canceled it, he said, confused. Said the event was off due to a sewer backup. Even offered to reschedule after your methane inhalation hospitalization. We live on a hill, I said. No basement. Yeah, it didn't add up, he admitted, but she had all your details, email, guest count, date. I rescheduled the delivery and hung up. It was Linda, I told Mia, pacing. She impersonated my assistant. Why does she care this much? Mia asked. What kind of HO plays spy with tent vendors? One who sees weddings as a threat to her control, I muttered. Then a county inspector showed up, citing unauthorized structural assembly over tent poles that weren't even up yet. Got a tip, he said. This is BS, right? I nodded. HOA. Thought so, he grumbled. You'd be shocked how many weddings get tanked by bored HOA nuts. He left with a wink. But the stress hit Mia hard. She cried that night. I just want one day without her controlling us. I held her, jaw clenched, and decided to stop reacting and start strategizing. I called my law school buddy, Sophia, a real estate attorney with HOA expertise. Let me guess, she said, Regulation 9.3, no semi-permanent installations without consent? Exactly. She's calling the tent a structure to trigger zoning nonsense. And she canceled it with your info? Yep. That's felony impersonation if we prove it, Sophia said. She's hiding behind bureaucracy. Can we nail her? Oh, I've got traps ready, she chuckled. We set up call traps with vendors, prepped cease and desist letters, and tracked neighborhood posts. I told the tent guy, deliver at 7 a.m., bring extra stakes, Linda might sabotage the ground. He laughed until the next day when he called, someone dumped 10 pounds of birdseed where the stakes go. Every pigeon in town's here. Mia screamed. Linda had turned our lawn into a pigeon buffet. Animal control cleared it and Sophia texted. She's escalating. Time to bait her. That evening we strolled past Linda's house, pretending to admire the sunset. She was watering her roses in a sun at the size of a UFO. Lovely night, she cooed. Hope pests aren't ruining your plans. Actually, I said, we're downsizing the tent. Barely noticeable. Her eyebrow twitched. Oh, that's better for everyone. She thought she'd won. Perfect.